What's going on, guys? Bruno here. Today I'm going to be talking about my personal experience with ashwagandha. So for those of you who don't know, ashwagandha is a plant-derived vitamin supplement claimed to increase your testosterone, lower your cortisol, which is the stress hormone, levels, improve sleep, and increase strength and muscle gains in the gym. So this is my experience with it, including the pros and the cons. So I took ashwagandha for about 3 months, and recently I've stopped taking it as often, maybe twice a week now, because of some of the negative side effects, which I'll tell you about later in the video. I started out taking about 400 to 600 milligrams per day, but upped the dosing to about 900 to 1,000 milligrams per day. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is sleep improvement, which is one of the side effects that I saw pretty quickly during my supplementation of this. So during my cycle on ashwagandha, I say cycle, it's not steroid, it's literally just a vitamin, like plant supplement. During my time on ashwagandha, I slept pretty well. I got to sleep almost instantly, and now that I'm off of it, one of the things that I'm noticing, now that I'm not taking as much anymore, is that I get to sleep. It's harder for me to get to sleep. Like, I lay in bed with my eyes open for a little while, when before I would almost immediately just be asleep. And another weird side effect that I experienced, this was only during the beginning of my time on ashwagandha, so like the first maybe week, I took it right before bed one time, and then I experienced these like really weird like lucid dreams with sleep paralysis. I don't really have an explanation for that. I have no clue if anyone else on ashwagandha has experienced that, so let me know if you guys know anything about that. It might just be a complete coincidence. I have no clue. But it was just weird because it happened like that. I took it at night, and then I felt that like an hour later while I was asleep. Another pro I want to talk about is the lowering of cortisol levels, because that works extraordinarily well. I would notice myself stressing less about stuff, worrying less about stuff, and overall being in a better mood, I would say, with all the stuff going on in my life, school, the gym, everything, job, everything else. But now that I'm off ashwagandha, I am now getting more back to stressing about all the stuff that's going on. But if you do take ashwagandha, that's one of the very good pros that you're gonna be able to experience. Now in the gym, I did notice some strength and some muscle gains while I was taking ashwagandha. It was definitely probably because of the supplement. It was a little bit more than usual, just my deadlift went up, quite a bit while I was taking it, maybe a good 20, 30 pounds. My bench, started actually really progressing a lot more while I was taking it. And squat, same thing as bench. So I do think that increases your muscle gains, probably because of the increase of testosterone that you get. It's not an insane increase of testosterone, I'd say. I never got my blood work done, so I don't really know. It's probably something slight enough where you can see it, but it's not like steroid level results, obviously. And by the way, if you take ashwagandha, you're 100% natty. You're not a roid user or someone who's not natty. You still have that natty card, guys. I'm still natty. Now getting into the negatives of ashwagandha. So the biggest negative that I experienced was loss of excitement and motivation. So while I was taking this, especially after the first about month and a half, I started noticing that whenever I would like hit a PR in the gym or have a really good workout session or have a really fun time, I would be less excited and happy about it. I would go do something fun with my friends, and then when I'm done, I was like, oh, that was fun. I wouldn't be like, oh, that was awesome, man. I'd just be like, oh, that was fun. And same thing with motivation. I would see some epic motivational, Tom Platz level speech.
I'd rather die. I would rather die than be that loser guy.
And I'd just be like, but now, because I'm taking it less, I see some motivational, edit, like some Instagram reel, like, David Lade, for example, or Tren Twins. Oh, shoot, that's awesome. Now I want to go hit the gym. But before, when I was taking ashwagandha, my motivation was pretty low, but I still had that discipline that I had from before, so I was still, training and stuff like that. Because of this lack of, excitement and motivation from stuff, I thought it would also come with, a numbing of the negative emotions, but the negative emotions, sadness, etc., that I experienced was still there, unfortunately, because I thought it would numb, every emotion. But for some reason, the excitement and the motivation were the main two feelings that were more numb while I was taking ashwagandha. Because of those two negatives, I just decided to step back and see how I would feel without taking it. So yes, now that I'm getting more stressed, my sleep's a little worse, but I like the feeling of being motivated and getting that little dopamine hit whenever you see something that like inspires you or motivates you. So that's been good for me recently. And yeah, it basically takes all of your like emotions down a notch. You're less like, I don't know. I would say all of your emotions are less extreme. I never really got that angry, that sad, unfortunately, I also never got that happy or that like super excited when I was taking the supplement. But obviously, I still felt it. I wasn't, completely numb like all the memes that you see about ashwagandha. It's like you'll see a meme and it will just be like, I don't know, Patrick Bateman or something. Like POV, you take ashwagandha. Like that's not true.
I simply am not there.
You still feel your emotions. It's just to a less degree. And so I wanted to like get a little bit more motivation, so I stepped back. That's the reason. And yeah, that's been my experience. If you guys want, the best ashwagandha that I would recommend is the KSM 66. It's the most concentrated form of the plant, and that will get you the most results rather than those little, ashwagandha gummies. That's what I started with. I definitely felt the effects more when I was taking the KSM 66. So overall, ashwagandha is not for everyone. You should only take it if you have high stress levels, bad sleep, or low test. If your stress level is already low, you're already like a pretty chill person, then I would recommend not taking it, because at that point you're only feeling the negatives of having less, excitement and motivation. But this is just my experience with it. It might not be the same for everyone. So just, try it at your own discretion. It's not like a drug or anything. It's not like a nootropic, however you freaking say. It's not like shrooms. It's not like, any sort of illicit drug that's on the market. So I would recommend it for most people, but it really depends on what you're looking for. And yeah, that's my experience with it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you thought it was helpful. And if you did, make sure to, like and comment. Check out some of my other videos. And also drop a subscription. Follow my Instagram, which is in the description. And yeah, if you guys want to see more informative videos like this, just let me know, because I think they're kind of fun to make. I want to, help you guys on your fitness journey. And yeah, see you guys.